Good morning, everybody. It's it's horrible. This isn't like the other episodes. It's 9:27 on Tuesday, 3 January 2023. This is Jason's Disturbing Experiences. I didn't know sip of coffee. This is Jason's Disturbing Experiences. Always Season 1, Episode 12. So that's 1.12. And this is the chicken nerve and the naked bathroom guy episode. I know it's disturbing. It was disturbing when I was there, but I think you're going to get a big kick out of it. I've been kicking this one around to talk to you guys about for a long time, and I never did it because I was like, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Well, this one's really cool because it's not very long, but it's very disturbing, and it's funny. And since it's the 3rd of January 2023, it's a new year, we'll kick it off with a laugh. I'm not going to say where I was eating, but I was at a local establishment having a chicken sandwich, let's say. I won't say what size the sandwich is or anything like that. Chicken sandwich. Eating the chicken sandwich, went up to the counter, got it, came back, sitting there with my girlfriend. So I say this was late 2021, early 2022, for time frame's sake. Sitting there, she's getting ready to eat her thing, I'm getting ready to eat my thing. I bite in. First bite was okay. Second bite, I hit like a nerve, like a chicken nerve. I mean, I looked online about like when you bite into a nerve of meat, and people call it a nerve. It's not really a nerve. There's like more of a scientific explanation for it. But for argument's sake, and for like everyday talk that people have when they're discussing what they bit into, let's call it a chicken nerve. So I bite into this nerve of this chicken sandwich, not the chicken himself. I bite into this chicken nerve, and you get that taste, and you get that face. You're like, I gotta spit this out. So I wanted to spit it out into my napkin or my wrapper. And I looked across, and there's a guy at another table with his girlfriend, and they're kind of sitting, like, where my girlfriend and I are sitting face to face. These two are sitting side by side. And she had looked over once, I don't know for whatever reason, but he looked over afterwards, and I'm thinking, I don't want to ruin these two people's meal by spitting this out in my napkin. Because it was really nasty. So the bathroom was right here, right behind me. So I told my girlfriend, I said, excuse me for a second. I said, excuse me for a second. I had my hand over my mouth. I went to go to the bathroom to spit it out in there, and I go to open the door, and I can't open up the bathroom door. It's like, the door won't open. So I finally, now I'm trying to open this bathroom door. Common sense from whomever was inside would say, hey, somebody's in here. The guy in the bathroom, when I finally get the door open, he had the door jammed shut with a hat, like a rim of a hat. He had something going on where he had it jammed in the door and around the handle. Either way, it was jammed. So I'm like, I open the door, and I'm standing there, and I look at this guy, and he's about 300 pounds, covered in hair, naked, sitting on the toilet, reading a magazine. You'd think he was home if he goes to the bathroom naked at home. I don't know. He's looking at this big magazine, and it looked like one of those free magazines that you get when you come out of the supermarket, if they have that in your area or wherever you guys are, wherever you live, where you're watching this. They got like these magazines. He was reading one of these big magazines, and it had a car on the front. That's all I could catch, because I opened the door, I got a mouthful of chicken nerve. All I want to do is spit it out. I finally, I open the door, I look, and this big, he's sideways, thank God, like this, reading this giant magazine. He looks at the door. So he's here, looking at the door, the camera, or you guys in TV land, on me, and he goes, hey! I'm like, what the heck? But before closing the door, I looked down, the hat's on the floor, because the hat had fallen off, that he had the door jammed shut with, and his clothes are all over the floor in the shape of a person. Now, I'm not lying about this, because here I am now, mouthful of food, at this open door. I see the reason the door was jammed shut, because the hat that's sitting on the floor, like some type of cheap hat with a cheap rim, he had it jammed in there, like I said. This guy did the hay, fat, 300 pounds, naked, covered in hair, sitting on the toilet, and his clothes are all over the floor. T-shirt was laid out like a t-shirt, pants were laid out like pants, not just thrown on the floor. Shoes and socks, he took his shoes and socks off in this bathroom to go to the bathroom. So I shut the door quick. So I noticed, I walk in there, I see everything that I just explained to you. I go back to the table, I spit the food out into the wrapper, and I told my girlfriend I think we should leave. And I end up telling the girl that was working at the counter, and she goes, oh my God, she goes, that's what he does in there for so long? She goes, how do you know? And I said, well, I had a whole mouthful of chicken nerve, and I explained, your chicken here is really nervy. So I got one bite that was like heinous. It wasn't a very big piece of chicken to have that kind of a nerve in it. And I was like, black. And she goes, oh, looking on that. But that was like, regardless. That was, besides the point. I didn't want her, in case anyone was out of there, being there alone in case this guy decided to exit the bathroom naked. Now, a lot of people say, oh, geez, why would he do that? Well, why would he go to the bathroom naked in a public place? Completely naked, not just pants off. He had shoes, socks, everything. And like I said, I know this because trailing toward, looking down at the hat, your eyes adjust to the shape of a person on the floor of these clothes, and you see this giant guy in the toilet. But mine was in reverse. I saw the hat, giant guy said, hey, the way he did with the magazine, looking at me for opening the door, hey! And then my eyes trailed down to the shape of the person, mouthful of chicken nerve. Shut the door, back to the table, spit the stuff out. I told, finish up what you're eating, let's get out of here. So she's like, okay. Told the girl at the counter. Nothing really came of it after that. But I had a buddy I had told the story to, and he goes, and you still eat there? And I was like, well, yeah. I said, the chicken nerve, that could happen in any type of chicken, processed or regular. It's like a hard spot in the chicken. Didn't want to spit it out, didn't want to swallow it. I should have just spit it out. I had a little bag there. I could have spit it into the bag. But no, had to go to the bathroom, had to make, a big Jason event out of it. But it was funny. I mean, this was just like a story that was like so random. Like you don't know what's going to happen in your life. You go out, you think you're just going to eat a chicken sandwich, you know what I mean? Have potato chips, whatever you have with it, and head home. Just a quick stop off on your way home from somewhere. This wasn't the case. So, this episode is Chicken Nerve and the Naked Bathroom Guy. Episode 1.12. 3 January 2023. I gotta learn the year now. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode, and I'll have more stuff for you in the upcoming year. And I hope you have a great 2023, and I hope you had a very nice Christmas. And that's about it. I will see you guys soon.